Hello everyone, this is Joseph Lucier. Welcome to our weekly Tongren session. I'm glad that you all joined us. We got quite a few people today from all over the world. And let's begin right away, on time as well. And we'll start with Happy Mama, Chi for perfect blood and lymph. And as always, she says, blessings and gratitude. So blood flow to the brain. Perfect blood, that's the bone marrow, the bones, the spleen. But primarily the bones, T1, tailbone 1 to 4. But we always do a tune-up for everyone. But first, what I want to do is check in with everybody and do a quick breathing exercise. You're going to breathe in and out through your nose. So what I want you to do is breathe in, count to 4, breathe out, count to 6, and then hold for 6. So ready, breathe in, count to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. And that's going to set you up to be comfortable for the session. And ready to go. So let's do it. Command points of the brain, GV 1920, 21, 22. Initialize the endocrine system. Hello, Joanna. Welcome back. Good to see you. Command points of the brain stem. Everything's still going okay with the breathing and stuff, I hope. If not, there's a new device that I can recommend that would be very helpful, but it seems you may have solved the problem. But there's a great device for asthma, specifically very affordable as well. GV17, so let's work on blood flow, nerve flow, vertebral artery to the spinal artery. So we're going to sit back a little bit, and then you can see my hands. There we go. That actually works out pretty good. There is a device that can eliminate your asthma, and will tap for your asthma too. So perfect blood, vertebral artery to the spinal artery, T1 for the bones and bone marrow. The bones produce red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Not platelets, but platelets. And they help our immune system and blood clotting functions. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, anti-inflammation. So T3 for the lymph, in particular for Happy Mama. T7 for the spleen. So, how's everybody doing, by the way? How is everybody doing? Better, worse, no change, as Tom Tam would say, and I heard there, yep. So the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, and L5. So I'm playing music, as I promised, in the background, very simple. Piano music, Native American singing. Sounds a little bit like Tori Amos. Is anybody here familiar with the music of Tori Amos? And then tailbone, 1 to 4 for the tailbone, for the lymph, for the bone marrow. Every breath we take moves the tailbone if it's not out of place. That also works on the bone marrow. So our breathing, believe it or not, can affect our bone marrow. There are massage techniques that can adjust and correct tailbone misalignment. Including the woman from Germany, 5,000 kids cured of leukemia. So this should be a good view. You can see the hands, Mr. Laser. So continue with the bone marrow, vagus nerve, gut brain axis, CV4. And then grounding to GB39, also for the bones. So we want to be very thorough for the bones. Liver 3, kidney 1 for grounding. So for Joanne, your mom's left knee. Okay, for Tina, we'll tap for the left knee. Total knee replacement surgery. And we will also work again for the bones, for AML, for Julia. Blood count recovery, insomnia. Blood flow to the brain. Nice to see you, Julia. And oh, we skipped intrigued settler, hoarse voice. Try to regenerate bone. So let's work on that as well. Command points of the brain. CV 19, 20, 21, 22. Hello, Anne. Good to see everyone. So we'll work our way down. Hoarse voice. C4, 5, and 6. Ouch point on the throat. Not sure what caused the hoarseness, but that might be good to know as well. C4, 5, and 6, and the ouch point on the throat. So for bones again, T1 for Julia, AML, bone marrow, bone regeneration. And we're working our way down to the knees. So bone, cartilage, etc., that would be BL9 for the cartilage, connective tissues as well. So remember, everyone, just take a nice deep breath. Breathe in through the nose, as always. And if you're interested to know more about breathing and healing, we have a workshop on March 26th called Just Breathe. So we talk about how we get oxygen from Tongren, from light, from our breath, from our water, all these different things. Our food. So really focus on the bones for AML blood count. So we'll also work on the spleen. T7 left side for Julia. Insomnia, let's work on that. That's also T7 right side, T7 left side rather, for sleep. T7 right side for abdominal blood and the knees, and the right hip. So let's work on the lumbosacral plexus, the nerve. So our goal is always blood flow and nerve flow. So the nerve flow for the knees and the hips, lumbosacral plexus. And the ouch point on the right hip. L4, L5, S1, S2. And it is also T7 to the left knee area for Tina. So we start on the back with bladder 54 and the brachial plexus of the nerves. So for the bones, also GB39. And we'll do something special for everyone with bone-related things. Julia, Happy Mama, and Intrigued Settler. We work on the cranial sacral flow, GB789. So just close your mind and imagine energy going up and down your spine. That's the cranial sacral fluid, which is nourishing and your immune system for your spine. Believe it or not, it actually wakes up in the middle of the night and kind of does a tune-up of your cranial sacral fluid and your spine. So from the sphenoid bone to the tailbone 1 to 4. And hello to Emma. So hip replacement, knees replacement surgery. So let's now work more on the vagus nerve, comes down the torso. CV4 for the hips and the knees, and the ouch point for the left knee, and especially stomach 36. And grounding to liver 3, and kidney 1. And we also have requests from Esther. Somebody's asking, how do you log in? You don't have to log in. You can go in as a guest. That was 3 minutes ago. Okay, so hopefully you got in. Outgoing specimen. Blue sky, welcome back. Flowering garden, wandering character. Outgoing specimen, signed out, but sign back in. Or just log, you don't have to use, you can go in as a guest. That should work, I hope. And next we will work with Drew. Welcome, Drew, Catherine, and Esther. Blood flow to the brain, but we'll go in order. We'll start with the eyes for Catherine. So the revision is a supplement. I looked at that, sent you a link. I believe the aloe gel for the eyes will be one of the best things that can be done. I'm thinking of the best way to deliver that to the eyes so it's comprehensive. I think I wrote to the company to find out. Hopefully the music's not too loud. It is getting louder. I don't know why. Command points of the brain. In fact, I'll turn that down just a little bit. The benefit of having a really tiny office. Command points of the brain. CV 19, 20, 21, 22. She has less pain in her knees. Great. Glad to hear it. Tongren for pain is pretty effective. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. C3, 4, 5 for the eyes. TV 17 for the eyes for Catherine. Make sure people can see how we're tapping. And Mr. Laser is on CV17, charging for the lungs, especially during the time of a pandemic. He's on CV17. Yep, right on CV17. Work on the ouch point for the eyes, the blood flow facial artery for the eyes, and the trigeminal nerve, which also deals with the eyes, for the upper part of the trigeminal nerve. That sounds like a food. Vertebral artery to spinal artery. Anti-inflammation for the eyes. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Again, the ouch point for the eyes. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And for Drew, the liver and the kidneys. Detox organs. T9, right side, kidneys, L2, both sides. For Drew, so CV17 is perfect for asthma. As you know, we worked with the laser on that specifically. Had really good results. liver and kidneys for Drew. And grounding down the legs. How's everybody liking the music, by the way? So now let's focus for Esther and then Jeff. SI joint. So T7 blood flow, nerve flow. T7 right side. SI joint both sides. S1 to S5. Also for the bladder, S1 to S5. L3 for her daughter for fertility, unless that's no longer necessary. So we have a person with nighttime high blood pressure. That's the second person I've ever known for that. Lumbosacral plexus, down the waist, down the legs. CV17 for breathing for Joanne. Joanna, CV17, lung 1, lung 2. And we have Kawaii Beauty joined as well. CV17 for breathing. And next we will work with Emma and Wise Chatter. And CV17 for the breathing, Joanne. Stomach 36 for energy for everyone. Hello, Jim Benton. You're coming up. And how's your breathing, Joanna? Grounding, spleen 6, liver 3, and kidney 1. Okay, great. So we work with Catherine, Esther, Drew, Jeff, you'll be next. And Varus, I think you are wise, Jen. Blood flow to the brain. Tap for my mom, eyesight issues. If you haven't heard what I've mentioned before, it has been recommended for the aloe vera gel, the aloe vera, that advanced medical grade quality aloe vera for the eyes. It's actually good for regeneration. I forget what age she is. I'm going to try it on myself first. But I've heard really good things about the aloe vera, drinking it and topically, even for the eyes. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. Oh, and I see you in there, Jeff, as well. Great. So I got your music is great. Glad you like it. Helpful specimen you got in. Great. For the eyes, eye pressure, GV17. It's also good for blood pressure. And we didn't forget you, Erica. We'll work on H. pylori, digestive, and thyroid issues as well. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. C3. C3, ouch point for the eyes. Liver. P9, right side. Liver relates to the eyes. And for H. pylori, if you've ever heard of the liquid fermented water from sauerkraut, within 24 hours, a patient of mine resolved their H. pylori to a great, probably mostly completed, but the pain resolved within 24 hours. H. pylori is a specific type of bacteria. So we'll work for H. pylori on the digestion, as well as the ouch points for your mom, and the liver again. And grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. So let's continue with the blood flow to the brain, brain command points. And digestion for Anne. blood flow from the vertebral artery to the spinal artery. And we will next work with Jim. And hello, Esther. Good to see you. Vertebral artery, spinal artery, C1 to C7, especially C6, C7 for thyroid issues. Erica. And we have a note here of insulin resistance. So the best way to do that is to remove the insulin resistance cause in your diet, which is high fats, especially animal fats, low fiber. So you want to increase the fiber, reduce the fats, and then that will help to eliminate the insulin resistance. P1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And the pancreas for insulin resistance. And then we'll continue to work with Parkinson's. So the Parkinson's possible causes are from the gut. If there's constipation, so you want to work on improving the microbiome through probiotic foods, high fiber foods, prebiotic fiber foods, really good hydration, and some herbs like Mupuna pruriens. Did you mention something about that, Jim? And we will work with T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for Parkinson's. And continue to work on digestion for Erica. T7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, also for the Parkinson's. And we'll work for less. The microbiome, T11, T12, L4, and L5. How's everybody out there doing? Vom red. Not sure what that means. So for the Parkinson's, CV4 for the gut, and GB789 for the substantia nigra part of the brain. CV4 for the Parkinson's. CV4 for the digestion for Erica. And the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1 for Erica and Jim and Anne. TV4 some more for AN for the digestion. T7 and T12 for digestion, absorption, and elimination. T11, T12, L4, L5 for AN for the microbiome and the gut. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So it seems people like the music so far. I can always try different ones. Helpful specimen, digestion. Okay. So Happy User says, please tap for Ms. Bow by request. Remove cancer in lymph lining of lungs, left side, and increase white blood cells because of chemo. So please tap to remove prostate health issues, lower PSA, improve prostate health, lower PSA. Let's go do it. Blood flow to the brain. And we'll also work for Jeff. Blood flow to the brain for intracranial hypertension. That's all about inflammation, circulation, and opening up the neck. Let's work on every point of the brain. CV 19, 20, 21, 22. And how's everybody doing in Instagram? You guys still there? Kawaii Beauty, that sounds like Hawaii. Command points of the brain stem, especially GV17 for the brain, intracranial hypertension. Let's work on the brain, GV789. And let's work on vertebral artery, spinal artery, and start with the lymph. Start with T1 for the bones. Oh, you're in the other format? That's okay. Yeah, I like the music. I used to play this in my clinics. This specific one, I would just put it on repeat. It's good. Bones, bone marrow, white blood cells, T1, TB39. Tailbone 1 to 4. So how's everybody doing? Feeling better, worse, the same? Heat, warmth, or tingling? So cancer, remove cancer from the lymph. So let's do anti-cancer oxygen, which is what we'll be teaching at our workshop. That would be the phrenic nerve and the diaphragm. All about oxygen. And T3, lungs and lymph, oxygen again, anti-cancer, and lymph, garbage collection. T3, big blockage, possibility at T3, lungs and lymph. Especially left side, okay. T1 for the white blood cells, T3 left side. Anti-inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T7 for the blood flow to the lower areas, including the prostate. So Erica, you're feeling relaxed. Very good, I'm glad. T7 for blood flow, L3 for the nerve flow. That's our protocol. PSA lower. What is your PSA now? And what was it last time you checked? So the last two PSAs will give us a good idea of how you're doing. And the ears. Vestibular cochlear nerve, ouch point of the ears. Working on hearing. So blood flow to the ears and the ear ouch points and the nerve flow, GB789, vestibular cochlear nerves. Okay, and grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. So we'll tap for helpful mind. Sorry for the delay. Breast cancer metastasized to the liver and spine, so blood flow to the brains. So antioxidant breathing techniques, antioxidant water techniques. I mean anti-cancer water techniques, anti-cancer breathing techniques, anti-cancer light techniques. GB19, 20, 21, 22. So we always work on blood flow and nerve flow. So T4 for the nerves, mammary arteries for the blood flow. Oxygen, C1 to C7. Anti-inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T4 for the breasts, T9 for the liver, and C1 to tailbone 4 for the spine. And that would be the bones, T1. And also ascites, which would be the liver, the kidneys rather, L2. And CV4 for the ascites, very important. Stomach 36, liver 3, and kidney 1. So next we have Blue Sky. Welcome back. Good to see you. Relaxed mind, pancreas and eye health for mom, and lung health for dad. And also thyroid nodules for outgoing specimen, and for flower guard. Blood flow to the brain. Command points of the brain. So relaxed mind, GB13 right side. Third eye, connecting to your true self. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale. When you exhale longer than you inhale, you activate the relaxation response in the parasympathetic nervous system. Ouch point for the eyes. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. C3 also for the eyes. T1, 2, 3, but especially T3 for the lungs. And the Chinese medicine points, lung 1, lung 2 for the lungs. Thyroid nodules, sea vegetables, that's what I would recommend. But GV20 for the pituitary, command point for the thyroid and parathyroid, C6, C7. Thyroid nodules. So we can also do extra blood flow, superior and inferior thyroid arteries. CV17, CV4. And grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. Thyroid nodules, that's okay, we'll work on it extra times. Tap for immune system, and we did work for you, Jeff, we did get you. And we'll do a little bit more again for you. So for guest 230535960, I know that number. Blood flow to the brain. Please tap for the immune system, fatigue, chronic inflammation, and response syndrome. So whenever you see something like that, the nerves are overreacting. Oftentimes it's a virus because the virus eats nerves, the fat in the nerves, and makes systemic inflammation. So always rule out infection, get tested for inflammation. Blood flow to the brain, vertebral artery to the spinal artery. Mermaid. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 because it boosts the immune system, anti-inflammatory systemic enzymes from the pancreas. So chronic fatigue is a result because the body is doing work to fix stuff instead of just function and do regular normal work. It only has so many resources. T7 blood flow and the microbiome, which will support alkalinity and digestion. Fatigue, inflammation. T11, T12, L4, L5. And to bladder 54. Next to vagus nerve, down to the CV4, gut-brain axis, but especially for energy, chronic fatigue, and inflammation of the gut. CV4, very important. Everybody still doing okay? And for mermaid, we will do grounding. But let's work again on intracranial hypertension. We'll work on that next. And for everyone, detox, adrenal health, and healing, third time foot. So let me know if you've done that technique that I sent you the video for, because I'd like to know if that's working or not working. And people are feeling heat, warmth, or feeling warm. That's a common side effect. Heat, warmth, or tingling. So blood flow to the brain. And for the people that are still here, we'll be finishing up, and then we will do that relaxation response breathing technique one more time. Blood flow to the brain, both sides, GV 19, 20, 21, 22. And for the foot, everyone, I want you to hear this. Third time broken foot, feeling some improvement. Yes. Still recommend clay poultices. Still recommend that massage therapy technique. Did you do that? I wonder if that's the cause for the improvement. That's possible. GV 19, 20, 21, 22, GV 17, BL 9, GV 19. Detox. So let's work on the detox organs, the liver, the skin, the liver, and the kidneys. Those are the three. The skin, T4, the liver, T9, and the kidneys, L2. And right in the area of L2, L1, L2, adrenal health. And work on the bones for growth. C6, C7, T1, and GB 39 for the bones. And one more, Jeff, for the intracranial hypertension, blood flow to the brain. And for everyone, the brain command points, GV 19, 20, 21, 22. facial artery, occipital artery for the blood flow. C1 to C7. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for everyone. Lumbar 1 to 5 for everyone. And grounding to liver 3. Kidney 1. So let's work on the 3 dantians, the third eye. Charge the 3 batteries. Yin Tong, connecting to your true self. CV17, connecting to your heart. CV4 to the gut-brain axis, the microbiome. And grounding to liver 3. And one more for less, L3 for less. T1, T3, L3, the bones, the lymph, prostate. T9 right side for the liver, for J. T11, T12, L4, L5, and S5. Grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. We'll do some Qigong for night sweats for Drew. So if you close your eyes, put your mind in your 2 inches below your belly button and breathe into it energy and Qi and life force energy. And I want to make sure we get a couple for Emma. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T8 for the pancreas. T1, 2, 3, the hilar area and the lungs. Microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5. But especially T8 pancreas. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. But let's spend some time on CV17, the heart area, CV12, pancreas area. CV4 to charge the battery, detoxing, and grounding to liver 3, kidney 1. And Qigong for everyone on the CV4 area. Thank you all for joining. We'll play the clearing tone. See you all next week. Thank you for joining. And we will see you next week. Take care of yourself. Be kind to one another. Put out positive thoughts. These are challenging times, but we'll get through it. Thank you very much and have a great day.